This is my STIHL line trimmer. To celebrate 1,000 subscribers, I've decided to get it out from storage under the house. It hasn't run in a couple of years. I've been using my Tanaka line trimmer in the meantime, so we'll see if we can go ahead and get this started. I've chucked some fresh fuel in, still no luck, not starting. Now normally I don't talk in my videos. For this one I'll kind of talk you through what I'm doing. Let me know in the comments if you would like to hear me talk in future videos, or if you prefer them with no talking and I just let the equipment do the talking for me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the air cleaner. I'll take off the air cleaner on the side, make sure it's clean. I do find STIHL whipper snippers, or STIHL equipment in general, to be very easy to work on. So the air filter looks brand new. Air cleaner looks good. The choke works just fine. We're going to be a bit lazy and just spray some throttle body and carby cleaner straight into the carb and just see if that can help get her started. Alright, let's do that. So it's on, choke is on. Alright, that's promising. So it looks like we might have spark. There's every chance it hasn't started to suck fuel into the carburetor yet. It just means that we're probably going to have to take the carburetor off, give it a bit of a clean, put it all back together and try again. Okay. Alright, so just got to remember that the big accordion looking one goes onto the bottom hose. Take that off. So what's a little bit concerning is I'm pushing the primer bulb and the liquid coming out seems quite thick and oily. So that could be what's stopping it from running. So we're going to want to get all that out. Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to see in there, which is not a bad thing. It'll be relatively easy to clean this out. Nice liberal spray of carby cleaner. And what's nice is the primer bulb's actually in pretty good condition. Normally on an old machine like this, the primer bulb is the first thing to go. It gets all crusty and then you have to end up replacing it. If you were to replace it, you just squeeze and push and it will come out of this metal plate, and it's very easy to replace. Give this a bit of a spray. So just while I'm putting this back together, a little bit of information about the line trimmer. So it's a STIHL brand. The model is FS38. It's STIHL's smallest, lightest duty line trimmer. Back in. I always forget, but I'm pretty sure I said that the accordion one goes on the bottom. I guess we'll find out soon. It's always a good idea to start nuts and bolts off by hand. That way you don't risk stripping the thread. Especially if you're lazy like me and you like using an impact driver. This is going to be a... Alright, let's get ready for our first start. Choke on. We're not having much luck here, so I might have to check the spark plug. Focus, there we go. So the plug looks to be in decent condition. Let's see if we're getting spark, eh? I haven't got a ground clip, so I'm not going to be able to okay, so the way you do that to see if you're getting spark is spark plug in the boot like that. Now this part here, the metal, needs to touch something metal on the engine to ground it, and then when, obviously don't touch it when you pull it, but if you have a look in between these two electrodes here, if you have a look in between these two electrodes here, you should see the sparking, and we did. So we have spark. And again, I always like to start the spark plugs off with by hand. It's definitely not something that you want to risk stripping out. Chance that the carburetor's out of adjustment. Let's go all the way in. One. What's this one? Okay, so 1.5. One and a half. Okay. Bro, if this starts bloody first go, I'll be so upset. wanted to move somewhere. I should put it on the ground. Because I haven't used this in a while, I didn't put the throttle in the starting position, which is basically lock out, trigger up, flick that forward, and that's your starting position. So we'll try that now, fingers crossed. Okay, promising. Let's try again. Bring the idle screw down so we get to a low enough idle that the trigger head doesn't spin on idle. And just like clockwork, it's starting to rain, so we're going to pack all this up and we'll get some footage of it cutting grass. Trigger on. Right on. Good stuff.